Hey you guys, welcome to Prague. You guys who have been following my channel, you know the drill by now. My travel videos. The first part is going to be just the general gay information. The second part is going to be what I think is worth seeing, what I thought was good, what I thought was bad. And the third part is going to be just if I have any stories to tell that I thought were particularly funny or weird that I feel like I should share. But I don't have any of those for Prague, so I'm not going to do that. So stay tuned for part one. Hey, you guys, we're in Prague. Check me out. Yeah. Check it. Alright, so part one is Prague, a gay travel destination. Abso-freaking-lutely. I have to admit that I actually was not that interested in coming here. My friend and I, who you guys have seen in past videos, who said he doesn't want to be in this video because he's not feeling it right now. We kind of compromised on this. I wanted to go to Budapest and he wanted to go to Amsterdam, and this was kind of our compromise to come here. And the first thing I noticed here is there is crazy gay going on here. Like, I saw so many gay couples. I saw so many people being affectionate with each other. And I was actually like, is Prague like a big old gay hub that I just was not aware about? And apparently it is. The Czech Republic, I guess, has had gay rights for a very long time. They made gay intimate relationships legal long before many other countries, even in Western Europe, did. And they also have gay marriage and all these kind of things. And so they're actually pretty liberal here. The vast majority of, like, there's no official gay area. I'm starting to think that maybe gay areas are something that are more found in the US. But the vast majority of clubs and bars and all this kind of stuff you're going to find around Old Town. So in like Praha 1 through 3, that's where like the vast majority of it is. And there's a whole bunch of gay bars, there's a whole bunch of clubs, there's a whole bunch of saunas, there's a whole bunch of everything. I mean, that's just something you're not going to have a hard time finding anything like that. There's circuit parties, there's like there's no beaches in this place. There's like in my Zurich video, there's no actual beaches because there's just lakes and rivers here, but there's like places that are close to the river and stuff that they consider a beach in Europe that you can go to. The main cruising, I would say, is near the main train station. So if you're into the cruising scene, that's a place you can check out. But honestly, like, I think Prague is crazy gay. Like, I really don't think it's necessary. And something I saw for the first time, I actually saw two other gay men with dreads. And at first sight, I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. I'm not the only one. But then really quickly, I kind of got over the feeling of excitement because both of them were really bitchy queens. Like, that kind of threw me off again. I was kind of like, oh, compadres, brothers of the hairstyle. And then they were both, I don't know, I was not feeling their attitude whatsoever. So yeah, I definitely recommend coming here in terms of gay travel. Like, it's very, very open here. It's very accepting. There's a shitload of stuff to do. So, if you're looking for a place where you can be 100% yourself and comfortable, then I definitely recommend Prague as one of the stops in Europe. Is there anything else I need to mention? I mean, I'm not going to go into specifics about the names of the bars and stuff. Like, those are all things you can look up. But yeah, it's pretty interesting how, like, historically they're actually fairly open-minded about that kind of stuff here. So yeah, that's really all the information. Go just walk around Old Town and you'll be good to go. You're gonna get plenty of attention there. Is there anything else I need to show you about the gate part? Not really. All right. Part two coming up, or maybe I'll just keep going. This is officially part two now. Part two. First, let me say that I think Prague is a very, very, very beautiful city, and there's quite a bit to see. A lot of historical stuff. Those are things I generally enjoy anyway, like the churches and the old castles and all those kind of things. All the things I personally just enjoy so much to look at. So it's incredibly beautiful, incredibly, incredibly beautiful. And the good things that I'm going to mention are not, well, obviously it's beautiful, it's very clean, and it's very cheap. It's very, very cheap by European standards. And I would even say by American standards, it's very, very cheap. So it's actually affordable for the size that it is and for how pretty it is. It's an affordable city in Europe to go and travel to. So that's like a really big bonus. The negative that I have, and this is the funny thing, this is where I think a lot of people are going to be like, what? Because in a way, I feel here like I did in Barcelona. Barcelona is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. But I would never, ever go to Barcelona again. And that's the same way I feel about Prague. Like, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city, but you would never, ever get me to come here again. And that's because it's, in my opinion, it's been ruined by tourism. This is a complete tourist, not trap, because I don't think you get cheated, so I don't want to call it a trap, but it's just one of those places now that I feel almost is complete. It just seems really inauthentic already, because I feel like 90% of the people that are in this city are tourists. And you guys know how much I love America. I'm always defending America, and I love America, and you know, I was so happy living there in all those years, and I'm just so pro America. But I gotta tell you guys, I feel like once something becomes popular with Americans in terms of tourism, it kind of officially becomes an ugly place to go. Because American tourists are they're very specific in that Americans, they travel in a very specific way. They generally are not, and this is not all Americans, of course, but generally Americans are like, they go to places and they're not really interested in the culture of that place. They they like the idea of going someplace and then finding that it's America. So once the American tourists come, it just becomes this thing where Starbucks opens and McDonald's opens and Burger King opens and Hard Rock Cafe opens, and the Americans come to a different country and then they sit in these places. They basically want it to be a kind of like a little America. I don't know how to explain that, but that's a very annoying aspect of American tourists. And American tourism is, and this is, maybe this is not specific to Americans, but maybe this is just specific to a lot of people. A lot of tourists, I feel like, don't have a mind of their own. A lot of people just kind of travel where everybody else travels. So at some point in time, somebody was like, oh, Barcelona is the cool place to be. So then everybody had to go to Barcelona because somebody at some point in time decided that Barcelona is the cool place to be. And then it just became, there's more tourists here than this city can handle, and there was more tourists in Barcelona than that city can handle. Like there's just too many tourists that there's just no authenticity to it anymore, and there's lines everywhere, and there's crowds everywhere, and there's people and pushing, and tourists are the most annoying type of people on the planet anyway. You know, they're really like me, and yeah. So it's a very beautiful city, but I think it's a little bit sad to me that it's ruined by tourism. I mean, even that really beautiful Charles Bridge, I mean, you basically have to like shove your way across it. It's not like you're in line at Disney World or at some kind of amusement park. There's so many people there. It's like you can't even take a nice picture on it anymore because it's literally packed full with tourists, and it kind of takes away from the beauty of the city. Um, so that's really it. If anybody watching this, of course, has. Oh, and I was gonna say, I find this is back to the gay part. I find it very international here as well. Like I've seen a lot of really international groups of people here, which I was actually kind of surprised as well. Yeah. So leave comments, leave feedback if you think I'm completely right, if you think I'm completely wrong, if whatever, leave it in the bottom. And hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Bye. There's Chris. Right here. He doesn't want to be in the video. So I'm being sneaky and just putting him in anyway. Look at these masses of people. I'm from the US, but I actually live in Germany right now.
Nice.
Where are you from?
Here. I am from
Thanks.
Hungary, Budapest.
Oh, okay. That's where I wanted to go, but my friend wanted to come here.
Yeah, it's very good that you came here because I have a nice offer for you actually.
You do?
Are you looking for a party?
No. Thank you, though.
Both parties are interested.
It's very beautiful here, YouTubes. There's way too many people for my taste.